Welcome to the room. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Say hello. Oops. First card out, 2 of Cups. Wow. Taking a leap of faith, even though someone feels hesitant about a soul calling. Gifts that are coming forward from childhood that have somewhat been blocked until now is what I want to say. Come and join me, people. Let's hang out. Let's enjoy some time together. How's everybody doing? I'm so sorry I've not been around. I've had absolute busyness in my world. I hope you're all doing well. Say hello. Let me know where you're hailing from. I'm just signing in on my tablet so I can read your comments quicker. It takes such a delay moving up in here, so. There we go. Do I want to go in? Come on now. You can do it. I have faith in you, tablet. If you're in the room, say hello. Let me know where you're from. Hi, Gilly. Welcome. How are you today? Nice to see you. Maine, right. How's Maine treating you today? How is Maine treating you today? Welcome, everybody. Let me know who's in the room, where you're from. Say hi. I just wanted to come on here and touch base with you guys. It's been a while since I've done readings, or a while since I've been in touch. And a large part of that was because I had new gifts coming online. Wow, nice. Yeah, it's beautiful here too. The wind is a little chilly today, but other than that, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Welcome aboard the Halo train. Let's pull you guys a Magical Times Empowerment card and see what's up for today. I'm going to pull one for Gilly because you were the first one to come in the chat and say hi to me. Gilly gets a card. Magical Times Empowerment card. So, I don't know about you all, but I've had a change in trajectory. Yeah, and it's about seeing the humor in the situation for sure. So this says, laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness. Look at this. There's like a cat playing with a fairy. Have you ever seen a cat do that? They'll go up on their hind haunches and go like this. I have. I love cats. I love doves. Look at, there's a dove, a messenger, bringing peace to people, and fairies bringing blessings. I just pulled a card before the reading from the Earth Warriors Oracle and the Fairies Oracle, and it just confirmed for me the new gifts or blessings that have come my way. Yeah, hey? I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna chew gum in front of you. I just feel the need. There's some sort of nervous. It's like not nervous. What's the word? Excitement. Energetic something about what's coming. For me. I don't know if you're all feeling that too. It's kind of like a hurry up and wait scenario. Yep. And I think you could find that by Friday, this is just intuitively, by Saturday, Friday or Saturday, there's going to be the trajectory you thought you were on. There's going to be a change of course. It's like, okay, go ahead, make your plans, but by Friday, there's definitely going to be a change of course for quite a few people. And I just got the Two of Wands that jumped out, but it's going to make you incredibly happy. Look at this. Hello from the UK. Welcome, Dean. Some people come on here with names that are like men that are actually women, and some people come on here with names that are women and are actually men. So, and the Ace of Pentacles, look at that. So I don't know whether to call somebody a he or a she or a you, or talk to you in feminine tense or whichever. So I guess the best thing to do is just to talk to everybody in the spiritual sense. I don't necessarily need to have a gender to talk to somebody. Seven of Pentacles. In this deck, the Seven of Pentacles is like a change in trajectory. Not massive, but yet changing your mind about where you want to put the work into something. And in this deck, it's like he's got one singled out, but it's come up in front of his face like it's a surprise. Now, this is embracing energy that is like as a child, without any pretense, without any worry, without fear. Young children, like our parents, and as a parent, will like tell children to, careful, don't do that, you're gonna get hurt, or whatever, but they have no knowledge of the consequence or the outcome. They don't think about that. They don't put the energy of, well, I've got to be careful with my steps. So I'd like to say that this is some sort of trajectory or something that for the first time in a long time, you are facing with an energy of, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what the outcome is, as long as I face it with a childlike wonder in the meantime. It's based on the emotion of curiosity. Yes, that is an emotion, because we have the emotion and then our brain assigns a word to that emotion. You see, people will say that our brain sends the emotion to our heart and therefore we know and feel. But I disagree, because even when people pass away, their brain's no longer functioning. They still feel with emotion, right? So it's about embracing and forming the building blocks here of a childlike joy and a childlike emotion, and being very curious about what's coming next and looking at things with a completely clean slate. Somebody wants a clean slate here. But it's almost like the Six of Pentacles is a gift of time, money, or effort to bring balance into a situation. Or it could be that you've been not given enough, or been feeling like you needed to beg the universe or even beg other people for their time, money, or effort. And in either case of that scenario, the card actually does talk about a gift coming to you. Whether it's the gift of being able to give or the gift of being able to receive. Both are a gift. So how we perceive that energy is how we move forward. And in understanding that both opportunities are a gift, in able to receive and to give, that's when we can start embracing new things in the Seven of Pentacles, starting with a clean slate. It's almost like you feel like you've been begging for something, or waiting for someone's time, or waiting for the universe to step in. And it's like with the new spring energy that's coming about. Hello, Lola. Everybody has the opportunity here now to start things with a clean slate. It's like no expectation. Look at him looking at this pentacle, like no expectation. He sees it and he's like, wow. Reminds me of my grandson. When I show him tarot cards, even on a screen, I will show him tarot cards, and I'll show him, today I showed him the Magician, and he was like, wow, like he's 2. This is what this reminds me of. the energy of wonder and be just beautiful awe at every little thing that comes your way. And there's no preconceived brain ideas of, oh, this is new, it's come my way, woohoo, I get the new. This is like taking the same old deck you have looked at 1,000 times and coming up. It's like a new energy, the divine bringing new energy through that exact same deck. Looking at it with newness and the wonderment and the beauty that it's here to bring. It's not necessarily a lot of times about buying the new to bring in the new energy. A lot of times it's about the person needing to look at everything with a new perspective. Let's pull a Starseed Oracle guidebook card. Now, I've had a lot of people lately who have been losing pets. I've lost, as I put in my comments, my daughter's dog that, you know, I pretty much walked 5-6 miles with that dog every day for almost a year. And his name was Bruiser, and gosh, I hold him so beautiful in my heart. But he passed. He had cancer and a huge ball on his nose, and we feel it metastasized to his paw. So if it's that much in his body, it was time for him to be able to have a beautiful new start. I have a friend who lost their dog. Beautiful little Mr. Happy dog, and he was such a sweet soul. So he was old, and it doesn't matter when someone goes or a pet goes or whatever goes, and even more so, I would say, sometimes, because they love in such a way that is we as humans view it as pure. And this all comes back down to a scenario of animals love, like dogs, cats, whatever, love in a way that is pure, but they don't really have much choice. People will say that they can treat animals without, you know, whatever, because they're so forgiving. But being that you are in control of their world and everything else, it's not like they have much choice. Just like a child, they have no choice but to be forgiving, because they rely on you for all things. Hi, Sylvia, welcome. Thank you for joining me from Belgium. I'm so glad you love my readings. I'm sorry I've been a little on the, how do they say, MIA as of late. Hi, Carissa, did you get my email, dear? All right, let's go with the card I pulled here. Was talking about animals, and I got the Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency and sound, diving deep. So I was just sharing with everybody that I've had a lot of loss where, and a lot of people are having a lot of loss where animals are concerned as of late. And it can be very, very difficult, because we say that they are loving in a way that is beyond measure. They're a lot like children that way. The thing is, they don't have much choice, because if you are their master, regardless, they're under your control. So just as somebody treats someone with love and whatever, we tend to hold back from loving people the same way, because we have no control. You see, where our control is held and feels safe to put it, that's where we'll put it. Where our love feels safe and held to put it, that's where we'll put it. But we have control over that, you see. And having animals, like they say that, thank you, they say that they love with such an unconditional love. Well, do they? Just because they're quick to forgive, or they have the ability to warm your heart shortly after you've been very angry with them, doesn't mean that they still don't feel the pain or move through things. See, that's our interpretation of it. So how we treat our animals and those that are under our control comes with incredible responsibility. Whale of Orca Elders. The Whale of Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song as they weave around the oceans. They do so much more than any of us know. Their psychic preference affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant you're changed forever, just like a dog, hey? They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency. To bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The Whale and Orca Elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws, and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. That's such a beautiful card, being I was just talking about animals and their soul, and people too. You're not for everyone. You've got to understand that your beautiful energy and soul is here to reach a certain amount of people for a certain way and for a certain calling. And not everyone is going to resonate or emanate to that energy. Hi, Trish. Welcome. Chatsworth, California. The weather is gorgeous here. Beautiful. Your family finally reached out to you yesterday after months of not speaking and right before the meditation. Do you have any messages from my family members in spirit world to share with me? I'll send the payment through PayPal. Carissa, in the email I wrote that I would like to do a 1-hour session with you, and I would like to contact you and do it face to face. I really feel that's our best option at this point. I will go ahead and accept your donation. Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, I will. But, mediation, not meditation. Sorry, my bad. How did that go? I'm so interested to hear about how that went. But we really should do a one-on-one thing so your questions get answered. I shouldn't be concerned. I suppose people are smart and know how to deal with their life. It's $100 for a video session, and then we can really get into a deep scenario. But if you go below, there will be a link where you can purchase a 1-hour video session. I'd like to get to see you face to face so that I can pull energy from your ancestors through your genetic DNA coding. It's very important. Some people will say, I don't need to do that to be a reader. No, you don't. But when you're trying to deal with past lives and the stacking of genetic issues that people are trying to deal with and all of this sort of thing, based on their past loved ones and all of these types of and channeling messages from them, it's, for me, it's such a, as a reader, as a clairvoyant, as all of the clairs, clairsentient, clair whatever. Like, okay, every time I talk to Clarissa, I get the scent of Old Spice. Okay, every time I talk to some of my other people that I do readings for on a regular basis, I get a different scent. One of them is kind of like a spices or something that is really potent, like I would say Eastern spices, like turmeric and that sort of thing. I get those kind of smells. It's like a hot spice, but yet the flavors and the aromas are so potent. I know, Carissa, part of the reason I'd like to do a 1-hour session with you is because I feel as though there's a lot of money being spent, which is fine. I mean, it's your money. You're a big girl. Yeah, coffee as well. But I just want to give you the most bang for your buck, and I would like to answer a lot of your questions. So it's important to do that, I feel. All right, I'm going to put, ooh, I just got goosebumps. I'm going to put these cards away. There's a lot of cards I have that I don't use on a regular basis because some people do take offense to their wording. Now, I do too, anytime I think about my grandpa. Yes, I agree with you, Trish. It's so beautiful being spring and all. But this deck I love, but it's very religiously based. So I don't use it all of the time, and I'm not religious, but some of the messages in it are so poignant. I was raised very religious. All your past, except its beauty, is gone, and nothing is left but a blessing. Look at that. You see, and this is a card that comes up with a religious deck. The past is over. It cannot touch me, or it can touch me not. So yeah, I love that because it's like, you see these dandelions have gone to seed, and as you blow the seed away, it's like they trail on the wind and they move. It's one of the things that have delighted children and human beings alike for a very long time. No one created by God can find joy in anything except the eternal, the infinite, not because he is deprived of anything else, but because nothing else is worthy of him. As soon as you realize that you are connected to a higher you, a higher source, a higher spirit, a higher joy, then you start to understand your life in a different way. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. So you choose the joy of spirit instead of pain. One thing I would say growing up in a religious background taught me, and everything that I had gone through as a child, was that it taught me the ability to instantly decide to choose faith over fear, to instantly decide to choose joy over sorrow, to instantly know how to integrate faith into fear and how to integrate joy into sorrow. I didn't understand that then, but it gave me the building blocks in order to work with that now in my own life. Now, do I always do that? No, because sometimes feeling upset and sad and whatever else feels better than feeling joy. Sometimes we prefer to feel that, which is fine. It's all part of the journey, right? Living, learning, growing. Hello, Aries Jessica. Welcome here. I'm just pulling general cards. This is a general chit chat. If anyone would like a reading, you could go ahead and pay through the money button. It's $5 or more. Also, this isn't the focus of this reading, you know. Hi, HS. Welcome. What do I want to say here? You can donate that way and pay that way, or you can go ahead and pay to my PayPal, which I will get the information the money instantly instead of waiting till next month to get it. All right, I'm just going to go like this here and sign into PayPal so I can get people's PayPal payments up front here. Thank you so much for the donations. And I'm not so sure, just so you all know, that I will pull you tarot cards, and a lot of your questions that you come through I very well may answer in a channeled way, just so you're aware, okay? All right. this way. Go back to YouTube. There we go. Why is it doing that? I'm just trying to get set up here. Just one second. Hi, John. Welcome, buddy. John Holmes, what does Spirit have to say to you? They want you to know that you are loved profusely. You have the key. There's two keys. There's two keys involved here, all in a lotus flower, which is all about the blossoming and the becoming of you. I want to say that you're coming into a new understanding, a new gift. If you have not in the last 2 weeks, you are about to, and it's going to be very powerful. Remember I told you, John, about asking for a sign? I got nature's signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continuously. We need only open our hearts and minds. Interesting. And to be honest, for a man name on the internet, I wouldn't usually pull the fairy deck, but this is the same message that's been coming out for you, John, in a major way, and this one as well. The journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Oh, how did that contract go? Did you have a contract, John, that you were looking into, or something exciting happening? Did it come about? I'm curious about that. All right, HS, do you have a question you would like to ask me, HS? I can answer quickly. I'm just looking back in the comments and the words. No contracts yet, hey? Did the meetings go well? Because what I see is you sitting across from somebody, and there's a hesitation or a something. There's like, for John, there's like a hesitation or something, like, why do I say it's like a lack of connect? It's like you're looking to connect with somebody in a certain way through meetings, contact, whatever, but that's not happening. It's almost like you're absolutely confused. The divine wants you to ask for help and get ready to be preparing for that help to come. It's like a whirlwind of smacking you upside the head when you least expect it. That's what I'm getting. I tell you, the divine can be creative creatures. No word of a lie. Magic spells card. I don't usually use this, but let's try this. Let's do a magic spell from the divine. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe that magically out of nowhere the divine can bring things to you that will blow your mind? Because I don't use this deck. Spell card number 9. Look at that. Peace. For John, let's look at this card. Card number 9. Peace. Peace is serene, balanced, and calm. It's both compassionate and cool. This is a divine state. Yet when we have conflict and confrontation in our lives, we can forget that peace is as possible as problems are. We simply have to learn how to let it in to work its magic in our world. If this card has chosen, oh my gosh, John, I just heard the words, you need to ask them in a meeting, how can I help? It's about, this is something that you're almost missing in your meetings. It's like you need to take the approach of wanting to be of service, wanting to build something, but how can you help or understand what they're trying to do? Everybody that does everything, even in construction or otherwise, whatever company you're in, they're there to get it in, to reach a soul connect. So if your question is, how can I help? How can I serve you? Instead of, okay, what are we building here? What can we build? What can we this? What can we build together? I think that's almost the connect that you're missing to a certain extent. That's what I just got. If this card has chosen you, please devote yourself to casting this spell wholeheartedly. In this way, the universe will be able to show you how to access the path. A spell is just something that you do with faith in the results, if that makes sense to you. Okay? If you've chosen this card, you're ready for some time out from the hassles in your life. Please focus on what this spell can teach you and allow the universe's magic, peacefulness, and to work its enchantment in your everyday life. I am an instrument of peace. Light a candle in a darkened room and know that that too can be your impact on the world. Now, I don't believe you need to go through ritual to do that. I believe that your mind is the divination, and therefore your mind can decide it. Envisioning it, you lighting a candle and saying, I'm an instrument of peace, it's done. I don't believe that as spell work. I believe that as spiritual work. So sometimes it's just the word, right? All right, HS. Let's pull a card for HS. Whatever spirit wants you to know. You have a choice, HS. I have the Untethered Soul cards that I can pull from for you. I have the spell cards for you. And what else will I choose? Different decks I'm using today that I don't usually use. I have Earth Wisdom and, whoops, there we go. Abraham Hicks. Have the Law of Vibration. Untethered. Oh, I agree fully with you there. All right. Untethered Soul for HS. Untethered Soul. Oh, I'm going to do this here and then go to PayPal. Refresh. Nothing there yet. Oh, there we go. Nope. Okay. Back. Cancel. Here. Come on. My tablet's a little on the slow side. It's frustrating. All right. Untethered. Anybody who has not liked the video chat and whatever, please do. I have Awakening Consciousness for you. Who is having all these physical, emotional, and mental experiences? Notice who is experiencing the experience. Realize that you, the experiencer, have a certain quality, and that quality is awareness, consciousness, an intuitive sense of existence. You exist regardless, thoughts or no thought. How beautiful is that? So I believe Spirit wants you to know that you exist just in the here and in the now, without thought, without whatever. The higher version of you, consciousness that is not about your thought. It's not about any of that. Thoughts or no thoughts, you exist. So are you going to, there's something about allowing your thoughts here to control your trajectory forward, when in actuality you shouldn't be. With UHS, there's a real need to give your brain a break and to head into moving from a place of heart and being, and not allowing your brain to go in and tell that emotion or your heart what it's feeling. When we cut our brain to a certain extent, our thoughts, our mental body off, then we can move from a more heart-centered space. One more card for you. HS, true freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls. Going beyond, we have. Beautiful. Something stopped here. I don't know if the chat and everything is going okay. Can you guys put a hi or a number 1 or a thumbs up or something if you can still hear me and are still in the chat and all? I would appreciate it, so I know I'm not talking to dead air. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Welcome, who all just came in the room. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. Thank you, Carissa. I appreciate that. What time is it here now? My time, 12:15. Carissa, would you be available around 3? That's 2 hours and 45 minutes from now. I could meet you on WhatsApp for a video conference, and we can get into that deeper for you. If you're available then, let me know, and I'll write it down mentally in my brain. Actually, I'll just write it down here. Along with all my channeled info I write. All right, Carissa. So it depends on your questions of what I would tell you there, HS. So it's like if you want a lot of past soul stuff and all of that, yes, that is 5 Eastern time. Perfect. Okay, Carissa, at 3:00 p.m. today. I will talk to you then, darling. All right, so video chats. I like doing video chats most because I can really connect with you. If you're looking for deep spiritual stuff, that's what I prefer, HS. And I feel a channeling coming on for you already, because as my face starts to get itchy when we're talking about your reading. So there will be channeled messages for you, I believe. You can do a video call, which I prefer. You can, and it has nothing to do with price as to why I prefer it. A lot of times I get on a phone call with somebody and then I switch it to video call because I'm told to. But all the information is down below. Voice call readings for half an hour are $50. Video call for half an hour, I think it's $50. I can't remember, to be honest, but all the links are below. You can click on the link. You don't have to pay right away. And then you'll see on the link, when you click on the link, what the price is for that reading. And basically it's $50 per half hour. Okay. Or yeah. Sounds good, HS. Sounds good. Yeah. So if I'm doing a 1-hour video for Carissa, then I could do you, if you're interested, at 4:15 today. I don't know where you're at or how that will work, but time-wise, we'll get sorted out here. Oh man. Just, you're in California. Well, that works nicely. All right, so that would be like, if I did you at 4:15, that would be 3:15 your time. Are you up for that today if you want to pay for an hour video, HS? It's up to you. Okay, so I'll book you for that. Go ahead and send me an email, guidinghalo@gmail.com. Let me know your user information, like that you are HS on here. And then when you pay for it through PayPal, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I need payment before we start the thing. So I'll book you at 4:15 my time. So that's 3:15 your time, PM today. Depending on your questions, you may need an hour, half hour, whichever works for you. All right. So there's very shortly, I would say within the next 3-4 days, people are going to start having a victory in a way that you never expected. Something that you didn't expect to have happen for you, that it's kind of, it might put you in a place of, it's not about making a decision, because I feel that your soul is calling you in that way already. So when your soul calls you, it's not like a decision, it's just like a knowing. And I want you to know, with this victory and everything that it brings forward, that you are 1000% capable. Do not let your fears, your thoughts, your whichever hamper you. Acknowledge that they're there and do it anyway. It's basically what it's saying. Because I feel that when this happens for everybody, there will be some sort of inner conflict. It's like a, I don't know if I'm ready for this type of energy. I don't know if I've chosen right. I don't know if the truth of the situation moving forward is actually gonna bring me my highest good. It's gonna take strength in order to follow what your soul's calling is here. But this is the outcome. It's a beautiful opportunity from the divine. It's overflowing with emotion. It's something that is going to look at. Doesn't matter what's on the inside of those cards. Look at what I have. First card in the line of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and the last card. So there's going to be a whole lot of internal workings going on in your heart, and your mind is going to want to put feelings and fears to the emotions you're having. Allow your mind to have a break. When your mind tries to do that, say, oh, no, you're on hiatus, dude. You're on vacation. I'm moving from my heart right now, because I'm telling you, whatever opportunity this is, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Brand new beginning. And it's because you've been through the emotional growing that's needed to happen in a joyful way. I believe that this ace comes after the 10 of Cups, because this is the Ace of Cups that the King of Cups holds, the Queen of Cups holds. This is the cup right there. And the divine is like, it's graduation day. With this victory and a celebration, recognition, the divine is recognizing you and bringing you a new, a way to move forward with a whole lot more knowledge. And this is not about love. This is about your emotional body, moving forward with more confidence in your emotional body and how it is that you want to take your emotions forward into the world. That's why the divine here is going to be recognizing you. And as this comes forward, as you come into understanding in your emotions about this, it's going to take you in a beautiful way. Beautiful way. So just so y'all know, in tarot, here's a little school taroting for you, Halo style. In tarot, when you have the 10 of Cups journey, people say, okay, I'm at 10 of Cups, good, I'm awesome for the rest of my life. Well, as soon as you get to the 10 of Cups, the divine very well will bring along what we consider a new situation. It's like, okay, well, now how do I handle this? It's like, it doesn't even, 10 of Cups doesn't even have to be happy family, happy life, happy husband, happy wife, but really it's about joy, contentment, and gratitude. You know, it's about reaching the destination on a trajectory you've been on in your emotional body, like that emotional situation. And I mean, think of what the whole, if we had all of the cups out, what mirrors that energy is the Page of Cups and the 10 of Cups, all of that journey in between. So that whole emotional journey can be, okay, I have the opportunity to grieve a pet. I'm going to come through that, and this is the journey I'm on for that emotional situation. Okay, I've come up with this new emotional type of conflict about how I want to move forward in something else. So that's why there's always a new journey. People can say that's micromanaging, but that's the truth of the soul. The soul is always, once you level and graduate and move forward, taking that beautiful Ace of Cups, once you do that, it's like you have this new journey that you start in the Page of Cups energy, you know? I wonder a lot of times if the Page of Cups could be considered an apology to self for not realizing that you had already leveled up with that, and that you held yourself back on that same journey for so very long. You see? That's very interesting. I'm just sitting and resonating with that because that's channeled information. Oh, see? Itchy face, right? Channeled information. John, are you still in the room, my dear friend? How was your Easter? John, did you celebrate with family? Did you celebrate with friends? There's something about you're at a halfway point or something, and the divine wants you to celebrate. There's something coming up for you, John, to celebrate. New home, new commitment. Halfway through the passionate journey towards new commitment, solidifying that for yourself, understanding. It's almost like I wonder who in your life is coming in to bring this sort of celebration to you, or to bring this to you. See, I look at this as the highest card spiritually, in government, even in, if we look at this as spiritual connect, we can look at it governments, institutions, whichever, but if you look at this as spiritual connect, it's almost like the divine has people that they use in their life, their henchmen, to come and either set you on a new track of learning, set you on a new track of understanding, but all used by the divine to bring this about for you. There's something about your spiritual growth, John, and your understanding religiously, or your foundation, what you have built things on up till now, that you've kind of, I heard the word forgotten about, or put aside, or don't necessarily give credence to anymore. There's something about a celebration. I wonder if it has to do with the whole thing about Easter and a religious belief set, religious mindset. Now, remember, as we move on in our lives, as you're a younger person, if you were brought up religiously, or you brought up believing a certain thing, whatever that is, that was absolutely taught to you for a reason. It's the solid building block, the stuff you've learned, not the religion. Keep that in mind. The stuff you've learned is a solid building block for where you're at now in your life. Those learning lessons, those things that you learned, can be the 4 solid pillars that are going to build you upwards, but they can also be the 3 corners of a pyramid. If John is still in the room, I'd highly suggest you go ahead and look at pyramids and what they mean. I would even do, John, a number search on your name. Look at what your name means in numerology. There's something about that there for you. I don't know why I'm getting that for John, but I am. Something about commitment and marriage and happiness. Could be renewing vows or understanding. That's the more surface energy. But understanding that there could be renewed commitment here to a partner or a circumstance or a situation. Like I said, it's something that you've just kind of, I don't know. I'm getting more sounds right now. Like changes in the wind. It's like you went about and the wind almost brings something back around for you to deal with. But it's very much a celebratory energy, which is exciting. That's very exciting. And I have gentleness. Strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. It takes so much more power and strength to be loving and kind than it does to be the top dog. Because being gentle and kind and working towards a project or a personal goal, it shows you how much more power you have. I was talking to a friend the other day, and I guess they've had a situation where somebody at their work has been had tested positive for COVID, and she was upset about that and apologizing to people because, you know, like she feels that now they all have to worry about it because of her and blah, blah, blah. And I said, viruses, sickness, all of this sort of stuff is really and truly the human condition. So you're actually, everybody comes here, chooses to come into this life to learn and to grow and to be here at this time. So apologizing for something that is not within your control, but is actually a human condition that we all will end up sick with something, or have a flu or a cold or a virus or whatever. We'll all have that. Apologizing for someone being human is very contradictory to the whole journey. And it's about remembering and not taking responsibility for other people's choices to be here and to be human. You know, this is something that is so poignant in today, of people that feel bad when, because of them, they feel, or they want to take the responsibility on, because of me, because of a circumstance. It doesn't even have to be about illness, but because of a circumstance or a situation, they're apologizing for being human. If you want to apologize or feel the need to apologize for being human, I just would like to say that that is something deeper, very deep within you, that has brought you to a place that you feel you need to apologize for being you. That is something to look at on a very deep spiritual level. Okay? It's very important to understand that, because that is not about the truth of what's actually going on in your circumstance. That is something that I would say you've always felt the need to apologize for being human. Do you feel the need to apologize for breathing? Maybe you do. In a lot of circumstances, I know that people, places, and things, when there's a lot of turmoil and stress, it's like you can feel like you have to apologize for breathing. You have to apologize. There's nothing that you can do right by people. There's nothing you can do right in circumstances and situations. Absolutely zero. So a lot of times you will feel the need to apologize for everything, or feel like the world is a worse place because you're in it, because this circumstance, situation are holding you responsible for their happiness. Understand that they are responsible for their happiness. They are responsible for their joy. Whether they choose to feel happiness or not is not your, it's not your circus, it's not your monkeys. I think there's a new way of coming into learning right now for people, that where to attach, what things to attach your soul to based on their outcome, and what things not to understand that this whole life is a journey, and that as we stand in that truth, therein lies the brand new beginning. You see, therein lies the brand new peace and understanding. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to rewatch this, because that felt beautiful to channel. I have a card here. It says life force, energy. Life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. No more apologizing for breathing. No more apologizing for being human. Just hold the hands of your brothers and sisters and realize that in being human, you're not in it alone. People need to understand that your journey here and everybody else's journey here is for such deep purpose beyond your own understanding. As we are here and as we move through each circumstance and each situation, if you believe that things happen in your life for a reason, then nothing that's happening in the moment means that you're unprepared. You always have the preparedness to be in this moment and situation. People say, oh my gosh, I'm shocked, like I'm unprepared for this. The thing is, being that you're human, you are prepared for every little thing that comes your way. If you take on that in there is a mantra and a magic spell. I am prepared, being the fact that I'm human, for everything that comes my way. I am prepared for it. I have been built for this. This is my moment. This is my time to be here. I chose this life. As I have chosen this life, and I am absolutely prepared in a soul way on every level for what is happening right now. You lose the need to control your fear. You lose the need to feel less than. You lose the need to have your brain come in and make reason out of every little thing. It's not about, I don't know that you can be unprepared for anything that you have experienced or are experiencing here right now. Anyone who is in the room, please type something so I know I'm not talking to dead air. I would really appreciate that. Because like there's like nothing. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Hello. Awesome. Thank you. Smile. CA. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Hello. Welcome. So, does anyone have any questions about your spiritual journey? Does anyone have any questions about your journey or about the things that you're facing right now, the right here, right now? Hi, blessings for Julie from the UK. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Oh, look at that. Friendship and dignity. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. Dignity. Take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. You see, in this dignity is where we all feel a little upside down. What is dignity? Is it pride? Is it pride in ourselves? Yes, super chats. Hi, Nay, welcome. Take pride in yourself and all that you have become. That's what I'm talking about, being here for a reason. If you can face every day and every moment that you have come here to experience exactly what's in front of you, and that your soul knows what to do, regardless of the feelings that you're feeling, regardless of what your mind puts towards that feeling. People will say, I feel anxiety, like I don't know what to do. How about I feel nervous excitement because I am on the precipice of something my soul came here to learn. My soul came here to experience. And I don't know what that is about, but I know I'm about to find out. Can we be excited about that instead of taking it? Our mind will put, people say the ego is bad. But the ego, pardon me, is what keeps us alive. And fight or flight energy, it's either fight or flight. Is it really? If you're in the energy of needing to do, then yes, it's fight or flight. If you're in the energy of accepting that you be, and that what's in front of you is brought to you by the divine, and you have everything, all of the time to handle it. You don't need to do ritual. You don't need to do anything. Who sits across from you is what is meant for you. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions, even when you don't know what that outcome is going to be. Can you do that? That's kind of like a very high way to walk through life. Very high priestess energy, you see. 1881. I wonder what that means. Can someone Google 1881 for me? All right, smile. I don't know if that's C-mile CA or Samilica, or I don't know what that means anyway. Going through some heavy stuff. Any advice? Well, I think that was kind of advice for you, for sure. Take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. There's something with being a fantastic friend for you, and to understand you've got to be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let others go. So you're coming to a place of understanding what friendship really is and holding your head high. There's a thing about standing up for yourself in the moment. Standing up for yourself is not about fighting. Standing up for yourself is about sharing the truth in the fact that you're being. People think, well, I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to stand up for myself and I'm going to this. But that energy there comes out of the need to prove. If you follow that energy and you can just be in the circumstance, then you sit there and share your soul and your thoughts and your feelings. It's like, take it as it resonates. Ha ha ha, I embrace change. I can't even. Yeah, embrace change. Lots is changing. My eye just watered. That's interesting. So as you embrace this change and this new way of being through friendship and dignity, it's not about fighting for your rights. It's about owning who you are. All right, Nitor, long time no see, dude. Long time no see. It's been a few minutes, eh? I was told to pull the Earth Wisdom for you. Oracle, Barbara Moore, artwork. Because I appreciate celebrating messages you are laying here, we are all in this together. What you got for me? Halo. What do I have? What do the cards have for you, Nitor? What's this new path? Nitor, you have this, there's something coming for you, or it has, where you went, oh, wow. That's what I'm getting. Oh, I got goose. My hairs are on end. It's like a, I know, not an awakening. No, it's not that. Well, it is. They're saying it is, but it's like a, it's like you're running down a path, you're jogging, and all of a sudden something opens up and you're like, what? Wait a second, what was that? I must go look. Did something escape you previously? A way you could have went, or a trajectory you could have gone, and all of a sudden now you are going to be enlightened to it? Practical intuition, card 30. That equals a 3. My goodness, dude. It's like you're in High Priestess energy right now. I'm going to read that card, number 30. If I can find it in English. There's so many languages in this book, which is good for everybody, I guess. Practical intuition. Vinca grows close to the ground, a humble and grounded plant. It promotes the practical use of spiritual abilities and helps open the third eye. Lapis lazuli supports intuition and spiritual sight. Developing spiritual abilities is the not I think they'd spelled that wrong. Developing spiritual abilities is not the end of the journey. Just as spring equinox heralds new life and new beginnings, what happened for you at spring equinox? This is huge. Something that you've came about or had an understanding of at the spring equinox heralds new life and new beginnings. Knowledge is the start of a deeper path through application of spiritual skills to creating blessings in the world. We connect more deeply with spirit and gain wisdom. I use my knowledge and understanding to solve practical problems. Through my wisdom, I help increase beauty in the world and help support the beneficial flow of energy. Yeah, I figured. Why? Because the next card underneath that's transformation. Card number 16. Absolute transformation. It's like you've been on this journey, and it's like it's been so close, whatever it is, it's been graspable, but it's almost like this time while you're going about things, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. What was that? What was that I just passed? Wait, there was something there. And as you go down that rabbit hole or go on that trajectory, it creates a transformation in your life. Mullen brings awareness and light to consciousness and understanding one's higher purpose. Amethyst aids in transformation. Sometimes a change of habit is enough. Other times, only a complete transformation will do. It is time to gain a fuller understanding of your soul's purpose, and that will require transformation and rearranging of your worldview and practices that bring your actions in line with your ideals. Reach for and embrace your highest vision of yourself. I seek transformation. I have a higher vision for myself and move toward it step by step. I release my old self and embrace who I am becoming. Well, I think Nitor, the biggest thing for you that's going to transform your life is to change those words. Let go. I would like you to disable them from your vocabulary, because it requires focusing on the past to let go. It requires action. And when you don't necessarily know the way to let go, you need to dispel them from your vocabulary. Do not let your brain put those words to the action that you want to take next. That's what this whole thing has been about. And I don't know how long you've been listening, but I would go back and listen to a lot of more of the channeled messages. Thank you, Sylvie, for letting me know. It's like I've got to check this thing out again, sorry. It's like when you let go of words, just let go of words and feel into your inner soul. Just feel whatever it is that you're feeling. When you let go of words and you don't put words to anything and you give your mind that complete shut off, it's like there's nothing left to do but to feel. People will say, well, that's scary. Well, for sure, because when your mind is in control, it's either fight or flight and all the variances in between. But see, as I sat there and said, well, that feels scary, your mind is putting that word scary to the feelings. So what new word? Oh, here's an exercise for meditation. Oh my gosh, I just got this intuitively. Okay, so I'm going to focus on a word that I have no pre-existing ideas about feelings towards. I'm going to focus on sphere. I'm going to focus on sphere. I'm going to focus on an eternal movement of waves. I'm going to focus on a sphere that has waves, that has electrical blue light energy. I'm going to focus on that sphere. I'm just going to focus on that shape in my soul. So here's the deal. The sphere, as you focus on that and feel the waves, let your mind not even go, your soul, your heart chakra will start to flow. My heart chakra almost wants to bring me to tears here. As you feel that energy, in your soul. And you just feel it. And you let it flow. No words put to it. It's not pain. It's not sorrow. It's just allowing the energy to flow. No words put to it. If you start finding words you want to put to the feeling, focus back on the sphere. For you, Nitor, the sphere, and for many, an object. As you just look at the object, your brain can go quiet. This sphere, if you look at it closely, you can see it looks very fractured. It looks like it has a lot of fractures in it. You see in the glass? Right? It looks like it's fractured. It really does. But the truth of it is that its fracturedness brings what? All together brings something of impeccable beauty. This is what I'm talking about. Allowing your mind to go away and allowing your soul just to be. This, my friend, is all about going beyond the ordinary. True freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls. So even in the saying of, I want something different and new, I'm ready for the new, that is your mind doing the work. I wonder if we all sat there and allowed the mind to have a break and just felt energy from our soul. How much faster would we move forward? Because if freedom is just on the other side of our walls, I think our mind is the wall. I feel our mind is the wall. I've not really allowed myself to grieve or feel the sadness and the pain, the loss of so much. Because it's kind of mind putting words to it scary to feel. But the more that we push the feel away, we stop the growth process. It's not a time to be careful. It's a time to be present. And allowing yourself a safe place, even if you're in front of millions. To be in your emotion, to allow your heart to feel and flow. That's when the healing comes. True freedom is very close. It's just on the other side of your walls. How beautiful is that? Look at that. The bottom of this deck. To be open means to flow, not to hold yourself rigid in fear and resistance. Your true nature is openness. You do not have to achieve it, for you are already open. It is the mind that is closed. locked into certain belief systems that arise from your conditioned experience. The open heart is open to all experiences, for the wisdom of your heart knows that at the center of all experiences is love. If you are searching for serenity, security, prosperity, and to be loved, know it already exists. All you have to do is feel and see it. As you do, the old illusions fueled by outdated beliefs and thought patterns will dissolve, and your energy will transcend, moving you towards more of who you are. Feel the flow, my friends. That comes from the Flower of Life deck. I love that deck. Don't use it often, but I love it. Yes, I come prepared with tissues here. So, we look at beauty and happiness as the way to move forward. But flowing from your heart space, regardless of what that looks like here, is all about moving forward. And I get the Wheel of Life next. The Wheel of Life is constantly moving. Embrace change, 1818, massive change, right? And allow your fun, playful self to discover the adventure of life. Combine your personal wisdom together with your intuition to create a magical result and feel it flow through your body, mind, and soul. Feel your questions of life as creative excitement, an expansion of you and all. This energy and wonderment of life unlocks the door into your divine love, power, and wisdom. Push the door open and behold the light of your essence, shining brightly from your inner star. Step through the door and emerge as consciousness, multidimensional light being, fully awakened, ready to serve on this planet, and inspiring others to unlock their star. Ask the universe to show you something in the next 24 hours that you have not seen before. The Wheel of Life. Beautiful energy. Well, I didn't expect to get so deep with this scenario, but what can you do when the divine calls it? The divine calls it. It's almost like you're so very welcome, Nitor. Yes, you were definitely guided here. And I have to say the connection with you ever since we've done personal growth stuff has been pretty impressive. Checking in on your energy and seeing how busy you've been energetically. It's really kind of beautiful. 10 of Wands. Look at this 10 of Wands. It's like taking the steps, but being blindfolded and not knowing if the steps you're taking are going to end you or begin you. Not knowing if the steps you're taking are going to bring you fulfillment or whichever. It's like you've been walking a fine line here. I love this 10 of Wands because it shows that any wrong step, that's how you feel, is going to end you or begin you. And there's a lot of balance going on here in this 10 of Wands. Will I be fried? Burned at the stake? Or can I hop off this journey altogether? But it's absolutely moving in faith. Being blindfolded like this and not seeing the even where to go and trusting that each step you take is towards the better movement for you. What if this person, as we can sit here, like the divine sits here and watches this person taking step by step, and we see these in our own normal world as solid and base. What if these move, this person takes a step and this moves right to under his foot? It's not the fact that these are all stable and we've got to find the right thing to step on while blindfolded. It's the spiritual knowing within. It's the spiritual knowing within that no matter what step you take, the divine is going to move one of these things for you to step on. That therein relieves you from the 10 of Wands journey. The 10 of Wands journey is about putting down the burden that you are doing it by yourself. It doesn't matter what step you take. It doesn't matter, because Spirit will put something there for you to step on. They've got you. You see, they've got you. It's not in the knowing, but in the believing that everything that sits across from you that you come into contact with, every single thing is for divine purpose. You cannot lose when you're on the journey with Spirit. You cannot lose. Tell me, go ahead and put smiley faces in the room if that resonates with you. I got 7 people in the room. Go ahead and put smiley faces in the list if that resonates with you. Yeah. See, in our own mind, we would look at this as, well, we don't know where we're going to step next, whether we're going to be burned, whether we're going to be this. It's totally human. But as Spirit is and Spirit does, it doesn't matter what step you take. They've got you, because they will move this to where your foot is. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. I've just had a very big channeled energy if you want to go back and listen to it. So they say that in the 10s is the one, the brand new beginning. Someone's been walking feeling like they're blindfolded and just been making it by. But I want to sit there and say, as you feel you've just been making it, the divine's actually been putting things under your feet for you to step on so you don't get burned. They've been taking care of you all the way. When you start to give that power to the divine about how they are helping you walk, that's when you start the major arcana journey. What is the major arcana journey in tarot? It's the journey of heading to a spiritual mindset or a spiritual way to move through life that is resistant free, that allows the practicality of transformation. How many of us fear transformation? How many of us do? Because it's scary. We put that mental word into the emotion. But it's really all about clearing your aura. So people that read auras, this is a new thing for me. It's interesting. I was sitting with my friends and I said, your aura is this and your aura is this, just by feeling, not even seeing. And I went and looked up what it was, and I was sitting there going, crap, they couldn't believe, because I don't know much about, I've never studied the color of auras or whatever. But right on target, oh yeah, right on target, for sure. I got the 7 of Cups. The greatest dragon is here and within. Well, you put that word of get afraid. The unknown is not about fear. The unknown is about faith. It's an F word. They're both F words. Yeah. Oh, farts. Exactly. Beauty is so in the eye of the beholder. Beauty so is. Hello, Ursula. Welcome. Oh, well, I could just say, oh, fuck balls, man. That works. So, communication is coming through me in many different ways. And someone said before to me, are you kidding me? You can get all of that from one card? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can if you open your energy to open your heart, open your soul to understand what faith means by looking at an image. What does this image mean? All of these cups in this journey of emotion, from the Page of Cups to the Ten of Cups, all of these cups in this emotion. There's gold here. There's gold to realize that there's whatever. The thing about this card is the greatest dragon lies within. Standing here with a sword of truth, are you going to slay the great dragon that is within? This is a fight and a battle between the mental body and the emotional body. Where does the emotion live? In the gold. The mental body sits on top of the emotion, which is gold, and creates the fight or flight energy, you see. The Eight of Cups is next after the Seven of Cups. And I love that in this deck too, because the Eight of Cups shows that they're walking through their emotion as opposed to leaving it all behind. It's a path that might seem unclear to your mind, but it's actually very clear to your emotion. Yeah, exactly. Do not allow the mind to control your trajectory forward. Our mind will stop all good things out of fear. Our mind will place fear on an emotion that we have. Just like my mind would place mourning and grieving on the emotion and the tears that were flowing. But what if the emotion that I was feeling wasn't grieving, wasn't pain, wasn't even release? What if the emotion I was feeling was just strictly emotion and it doesn't need to be tied to any word? What if the emotion you're feeling is surrender? If you're going to put a word to it. Surrender your mind to feel the emotion. Get in touch with your heart space and move forward with that. This card of the Eight of Cups, she's walking through it as she has picked emotion as her guide. There's a battle between mind and emotion here. As she has picked emotion as her guide, she comes out the winner. She comes out the winner. Why? Even though it's an unclear path moving forward, the victory is in picking and moving from your heart space and your emotion. How many will sit here and cry, not putting a word to it, not saying I'm feeling anything? That's a mind putting a word to it. Oh, thank you. So the emotion and allowing it to flow. It's not good or bad. It's not neither nor. It just is. And if you are going to put a word to it, I would say it's allowing. Not even surrender, it's just being open. Allowing whatever emotion is there to flow. Emotion is so beautiful. Because emotion shows the spirit within the human body. And the tears don't have to be because of anything or anyone. Although the thoughts of those things can bring the emotion forward. I would like to say that things, if you're feeling this emotion in meditation, like I was talking about previously, if you're feeling that emotion and you're allowing that emotion to come through and you're not putting words to it, you may have a thought come to your mind and it brings the emotion forward even more. As that thought comes to your mind, this is the major arcana journey. If that thought, when that thought comes to your mind, that thought is not about that person, place, or thing. That thought is actually the world card. It's a portal of energy for you allow your emotion to flow out of you. It's that moment, that picture that comes to your mind. That's that portal of energy that allows the emotion to flow even fuller. I'll be right back, guys. You're going to hear some noise. Just one sec. There, right there, is the perfect example of the mind. I saw someone looking up at the balcony as they were out there, my balcony, and the mind was like, why is he looking at my balcony? I gotta go check that out. You see what I'm saying? There's the diversion I'm talking about. I don't put any words to that. It's just that I needed to go check it out. And as I looked, he was walking his dog. So along there is where they allow people that take their dogs to do their thing. I wonder if the divine is giving everybody a side spot to go ahead and do your thing. To lay the shit down. Yeah. So remember also, in the journey of tarot, when you get from the 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups, you cannot get to the 8 of Cups and walking this journey of emotion. It's not about walking away. It's about choosing to walk through the emotion and leave the greatest dragon that is within behind, which tends to be the mind. Mind places you in place of fear. Yeah, so let's look at this. Okay. If you were to walk away, pick one of these cups and to walk away, you don't end up in the 8 of Cups. You end up back in the Page of Cups energy. Because if you take one, well, let's go. 7 minus 1 is 6. There's 6 cups left behind. So you can't get to the 8 of Cups by walking away from anything. You see. You have to take all of those emotional cups with you and walk through them in order to get to the 9 of Cups. 7 plus 1 equals 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9. You cannot leave these cups behind. It's not about walking away from a person, place, or thing. It's about walking away from the control your mental body has had over your emotions. You see. A lot of times tarot people will say on a general basis that someone's walking away from a situation, it's over, it's dead, never going back. And I sit there and go, oh, there'll be the back and forth, there will be, between the mental body and the emotional body. But right now, someone is choosing to walk through the emotions so that they can embody them from a place of non-judgment in order to get to the emotional gratitude and fortitude of the Nine of Cups. You see, you cannot get to the Eight of Cups by picking one cup. They say the Seven of Cups is about confusion, not sure what to do. The only thing that creates the confusion is the mental body. Okay? The only block that we have here is the mental body. You've got to take all of these cups with you, not pick one. That's what the mind, mental body tells you. Pick one. I have to make a choice. No, you don't. What you need to do is choose to take it all with you, regardless of what's in that cup, knowing that the divine has got you every step of the way. You take all those cups with you, that's when you get the Eight of Cups. That's what the choice is. Not picking one of these, not picking one of these cups, not doing that, but in actuality, picking them all and taking them with you. That in turn gives you the Eighth Cup. I'd actually like to say that the Eighth Cup is transforming the mental body and allowing your emotions to flow. As you do that, you realize that this big old dragon that's within you is actually a cup too. You see? I'm just going to look at that message that came in. So go ahead and put a notification in the screen if that resonates with all y'all, because it sure resonates for me. And I've been saying this in tarot many times to people. It's very much deeper than just being in confusion or making a choice. It's about accepting your birthright. This is the Excalibur stone that's in the stone, and something here is your birthright. It's meant for you simply because you're human and you're on this planet and you exist. You can go ahead and pull this Ace of Swords, the brand new journey, everything you've learned. The Ace of Swords, remember, comes after the Ten of Swords. It's a new truth that you are going to move forward with. It's the sword that the Knight of Swords holds, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords holds. This Ace. Something here is your birthright. To know in your head, this is like crown chakra all the way through to root chakra, grounded in emotion, the water that is there. Okay? This is your birthright. Moving through this energy is your birthright. The only thing that gets you to this Ace of Swords is getting through the emotional journey. Okay? Remember that. You cannot have anything solid mentally unless you have solid grounding emotionally in the whole situation, because it's never just about emotion. It's never just about mental body. Okay? But we're in times where we need to quiet the mind and not let the mind put logic on everything. There's times, I guess, that someone needs to make a decision that way. But if you're going to move from a place of your heart and try and attract in a vibrational energy of love and joy, prosperity, you really need to change what you view as love and joy and prosperity. I have an overabundance and prosperity of emotion that's coming out of me that you guys have now seen today. That is so incredibly bountiful. It's so bountiful, and it's beautiful, and it's loving. People will look at that and view it as pain, but I actually view it as allowing whatever the emotion is just to flow. It's not about putting a word to it. Last card. As I shuffle, last card, just for, Spirit says poignant sake. We're all at a brand new beginning right now, whoever's in this room, of taking this sword of truth and heading about things in a new way. How beautiful is that? My lips are dry. Anyway, so there's that. I'm going to end this now because I've been on for an hour and 41 minutes almost. I love you guys. I hope this has been helpful for you all. I do have a couple of readings now to do. Thank you for those who have purchased our readings through the chat. Appreciate that very much. You're very welcome. I just want to send you all so much love and joy and abundance in allowing, understanding that Spirit has got you. What you think is the next scary step forward is actually that moment where you're at the edge of a cliff and the divine all of a sudden puts a stone there as you take that leap of faith outwards. People might think you're insane. You might even think you're insane. But as you follow your emotions and allow your emotions to be the leading force forward, that's when you gain all of the momentum from Spirit, because you're moving in a place of faith. Oh, I intend to enjoy the rest of my day. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that very, very much. I want us all here to feel like there's a supportive place to allow your emotion to flow from. That's my goal for allowing people just to flow here and to learn. And as I channel these messages that I learn as well, I'm just going to close out with my singing bowl. So if you all have headphones on or whichever, I highly suggest you be careful. All right, so this is the C tone, and it combines the body and the heart. It brings the body back into the heart emotions. It combines us all back in here as we've been very much in spiritual energy. So I'm going to close out with this. I love you guys. I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.